Trent, you guys have been in this position before in previous years. You know, things aren't going great early in the season, and you get to a spot and you just figure out how to win it. Did you feel that? Did you talk about that this week? Did you sense
Nah. I mean, you know, it's still early. You know, it's only week 6. So, you know, we can still right this ship without having to string off 9 straight wins, you know. So today was important. You know, it was every bit of a must-win without technically being a must-win.
What would you like to see the
Thank you.
running back there at the end after the Seahawks score? They take off 76 yards and dive with the finish.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been waiting to see IG kind of turn it loose. We know he's a blazer. Reminds us a lot of Raheem Mostert. So I think Bobby T said he's an eyelash slower, but I don't know. The kid can run, so he said he was going down on purpose. So we'll give him that.
when you touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown, they score again? What was in your mind? What was kind of the conversation of the team? You know, given the losses you've had recently.
Well, you know, each game is different, and we just had so much success on the offensive side of the ball. It's like no matter how loud they got, you know, it never just lost confidence. We knew that, you know, we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot with dumb penalties or, you know, we can operate in the noise like we had been doing. We knew that we would, you know, draw the ball down there and get in scoring position.
You scored in the red zone.
And we scored in the red zone. You know, it's a big thing. You know, obviously we still kicked a few field goals. We'd like to see those get into the box, but, yeah, that's one of the things that we're working on.
What do you see just from the offensive line as a whole? I mean, today, averaged 6.9 yards a carry and no sacks. How do you feel like that group is coming together?
I think we're gelling pretty good. You know, we're pretty much the same group outside of Pooney, but Pooney plays like he's been here a few years, so we got lucky with that. But, you know, we're gelling. You know, we just got to – obviously, as long as we can keep Brock upright, he's going to carve the defense up. As long as we can, you know, get the running backs to the line of scrimmage clean, they're going to fall forward. They're going to get yards. So, you know, we're not where we want to be, but we are on a good track.
Trent, you mentioned Pooney, the guy who never played right guard in college, and he comes in this new position. He seems like, like you said, a veteran. How amazing has that been to see?
That's amazing. I didn't know he didn't play right guard in college, so I just learned something. Yeah, which is crazy because, I mean, he literally has the makings of a Pro Bowl All-Pro player at that position. So, but he's like I said, he's a godsend, man. He's a, you know, really, really good kid, really, really professional. He gained his teammates' respect just by the way he carried himself.
What was your view on Brock's 3 touchdown passes? You know, you had the one to Debo and then 2 to Kittle. So from your point of view, are you engaged? Are you seeing the ball in the air?
Yeah, I'm engaged. Yeah. I think I seen Debo's, you know, because the DN I was supposed to be blocking was chasing him in coverage, so I had a pretty good vantage point on that. You know, I was kind of nervous because I know 53 can run, but you know, obviously Debo got the full stride and it was game over. So, but yeah, you know, Brock, as long as we keep him upright, as long as we keep the pocket clean, I mean, he's going to make the right decisions. He's going to put us in good position. So, you know, we're not surprised by that.
You guys get the weekend off, and then the Chiefs come to town. What does that game mean?
It's a game. It's another game. I mean, it's not like we can get payback for losing in the Super Bowl. That ship has sailed. So it's another game. We got to come out and try to play complimentary football. We got to, obviously, we know what type of team that is, one of the best teams in the league. You know, all-star quarterback, you know, great coach. So it's going to be a tough game regardless. So, you know, we're going to take these 3 days off and regroup and come try to put a complete game together. All right. Appreciate y'all.
Go ahead, guys. Brock, you said during the week that you saw a lot of Seattle's defense, what you saw from Baltimore last year with Mike McDonald, but you obviously performed a lot better this time out. Were there things you saw in this game you kind of thought, okay, I see this and now I know how to navigate it?
I mean, sort of. I think just going into the game, you know, it was if they run this is my answer, and simple as that. I just try to keep it simple and obviously check the ball down when I needed to and hit my number 1 or number 2 in my progression as efficiently as I could, and I just kept it simple. You know, last year in that game, I feel like I just got out of rhythm and I was trying to force stuff and I just wasn't playing in the right mindset. of being aggressive, being smart, and taking what the defense gave me. So I learned my lesson in that game, and then coming into this game, obviously new personnel. It's the Seahawks, not the Ravens, and so for me it was all right. Similar scheme, yes, but this is what we're trying to attack, and how can I be efficient as best as I can. So that was my mindset.
Brock, you mentioned kind of the need to find your identity as a team, and you have a game like this that you need to win, and then you have some injuries, and you have unseen replays, and all these things kind of going against you. What kind of step towards finding your identity do you think you took tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always going to be stuff that you can clean up, and for us, our standard is high here, and so I think a lot of us would go to, all right, like we could have done this or that and be better here, but I think at the end of the day, man, it's a team sport, and so to go 4 quarters with all these different kinds of emotions and parts of the game, and to be able to rally together and defense get a turnover and then us score a touchdown at the end, and it's just that's team football, man, and that's the sport that we play. So I feel like we did take a step in the right direction for sure, and we're always going to have stuff that we're going to be hard on ourselves and need to grow and get better at, but I really do think that we all as a team came together and found a way today really well. So.
Can you please take us through the touchdown passes to Kittle and just your trust value with him?
Yeah, I mean, the first one you talking about, or both? The first one, man, yeah, just obviously a third down play, but for us, I saw just him have leverage on the outside, and I just needed to give him some space. He did a great job of breaking down and being at the right depth and the landmark, and he's really good at that. And so for me, it's just trusting and laying it on the sideline, knowing that my guy can go get it. And then the fact that he kept his 2 feet in was crazy. So awesome job on that. And then the second one, same thing, though. It was pretty tight coverage. We had a safety coming down on him, and then he cross-face, tight window. And it comes down to that component of trust, man. That's both of them. Both touchdowns were just a trust factor. So something that we've continued to grow at, throughout the offseason and throughout the games that we've played together. And then tonight it showed really well. So very proud of him.
Did this feel like how it should feel? Like, did you kind of feel like this was a get-right kind of game for the offense?
I mean, yeah, every opportunity we step out on the field, man, we want to do that. We want to get better and prove to ourselves that, we're going to play at the standard that we need to play at and that we're capable of playing at. And so tonight was another opportunity. It was a Thursday night game, and a great team in the Seahawks, great environment. And so for us to come out and just do our job, do it well, and be efficient, I thought for all of us it was, like I said, the right step in the right direction. And so there's stuff that we can still get better at, but more than anything, man, I'm proud of just how we all stuck together, man, as a unit. And when guys got banged up or went down, the next guy came in and did their job really well. So that's a good sign for all of us, and we just got to continue to walk this road together.
Brock, what would you say about the rookies and the performance they had tonight, speaking of stepping up for people?
Yeah, it was awesome just seeing Renardo get his interception, Malik on the defensive side, man, that always fires us up on the offense. And then obviously Isaac getting in at the end and pulling away. It was sort of like a little throwback memory of like when Jordan Mason got in a couple years ago and he had his run at the end. And but for those guys to step in, man, it's the NFL. It's, this ain't college, and it's it's the real deal. You're playing against the best of the best. And so for those guys to show up on Thursday night, a primetime game like that, it means a lot to all of us as a team and them showing that. So we all got their backs, and we're going to continue to grow together.
That's good. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.